My name is Emily. I'm 36 years old. I am a single mother to my beautiful daughter, Evelina, who's 7 years old. She's the light of my life. On June 22nd, I was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma of my breasts. I had a feeling something was off in my body. Even though I didn't feel any masses, I didn't necessarily feel sick. I had a feeling since a young age, something like this would happen. And I kept telling myself, I have to go to the OB. I have to go to the OB. I think it's happening now. And I went there and she felt masses all over my breasts that I did not know were there at all. I was probably burying my head in the sand because I didn't want to know. She sent me for an ultrasound. It said it was probably benign. Follow up in 6 months, and everyone kept saying, you don't have to do anything about it. It says follow up in 6 months, probably benign. And I told my OB, I'm not okay with that. I have a feeling about this. And she said, all right, if it's gonna put your mind at ease, I'll send you to a surgical oncologist. I saw the surgical oncologist and she said, you know, it's probably benign. She had an ultrasound bedside that she was examining me with, and she said, you know, to put your mind at ease, I'll have my radiologist look at it and we'll go from there. And she called me back the next day and she said, you know what, let's biopsy it. Let's just see, it just to, again, give you peace of mind. So we did. All along, everyone said, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. And I knew it wasn't gonna be fine. I received several phone calls from the doctor the night before my appointment, and I knew what she was calling about. She was calling to tell me the critical results of the path report, and I didn't call her back because I knew. I went into the office the next day to see her, and still burying my head in the sand, I pretended like I didn't know, and I was sitting in the room, and I heard her outside the door ask the medical assistant. She said, is that Emily? And I know as a practitioner that tone, and I knew. She opened the door and she said, Emily, it's cancer. We can help you with this. I tried to call you yesterday. And I just wailed and I bellowed and I said, what about my baby? I said, how am I gonna support my baby? That was the first thing I said. Who's gonna help with my baby? I'm the sole provider for my daughter and I'm happy to do so. She's what I live for. And initially this was all just, and it still is very inconvenient in terms of finances. Then I said, I want to call my mommy. So I called my mommy. I went straight back to work right after that appointment. I was a zombie the rest of the day. I took the following morning off and my mom had come to visit and we went into the office. And my fellow co-worker, Jason Kwiatkowski, he asked my mom and I into his office and he began to tell us a very heartfelt story about a family friend of his whom also had breast cancer at a very young age and is doing very well and thriving right now. He went on to become a little bit more sentimental and emotional, and he stated, Emily, I want to help you. I don't know what to do, but the first thing that I thought of that I want to do, I want to start a GoFundMe page. And my heart just stopped. It definitely skipped at least one beat. I looked at my mom and I told her, I told you these were good people. And she nodded her head and she said, you were right. And we just held each other and cried. We couldn't even get a thank you out. We just wailed in our arms. And I am just so amazed that Jason had thought of a plan within 20 hours of me finding out that I had cancer, Jason had a plan. I was so wrapped up in the shock of everything and the burden of how I would support my daughter and keep my job and all of the things, go to treatment, do whatever that has to be done, do surgeries, all of it, that I wasn't thinking of a plan. But Jason was, and he did, and it's raised thousands of dollars for me. I'm so deeply grateful to everyone who's contributed, as little as $5 to upwards of $1,000 each, friends, family, strangers. I cannot thank you enough. The amount of support I've received has been so tremendously uplifting and spiritually renewing to me, to know that and see community come together like this for a cause that a lot of these people are strangers. And to see this is it just gives me so much faith in the good of people, and that there are angels here on earth, and Jason is one of them. So I want to thank you, Jason, and I want to thank everyone who supported me, especially people at work who have bared with me during all of this so far, and will continue to do so, whether you like it or not. And my family, especially, and my beautiful daughter, who I know now why I was chosen to be her mother. She is my healing angel. So I will get through this, and it will be okay, because it has to be. And I will come out the other side stronger than I am now, because I can focus my energy towards my healing because of you guys. So thank you so much for all of your love and support. Thank you.